welcome or welcome back to Kimbo's Crafts. I'm Kimbo, and this is my channel where I go over all things crafts, journaling related, those sorts of things. And I haven't been posting in quite a while, so if you're one of my regular subscribers, thank you for hanging in there with me. We've been going through quite a bit of changes at home. I was hoping more positive than negative ones. Things got a little chaotic there, so I am trying to get back into the swing of things, and the holidays are the perfect time for crafts, in my opinion, especially because there is such a drive to decorate and be festive and those sorts of things, and there's a lot of, well, consumerism around that concept. And when it comes to decorating, you could really lean in to being more crafty and kind of taking advantage of being more thrifty and crafty with things than just purchasing right out the gate. So, for instance, on this video, I want to go over ornaments. Now, ornaments, you always need a lot if you have a really big tree, or in my opinion, they can make some of the best little, what do you want to call them, family heirlooms. I know growing up, I made some at school and brought them home, and they still exist around the family Christmas tree to this day. So with that in mind, I've decided I kind of like annual ornaments. Last year I made one with the first key, our first house key, and so there's a video I can go ahead and link in here on how that was made with a shrink-a-dink. And this year I really leaned into the different options for kind of homemade or reused items that you can turn into ornaments. So, key things to have on hand, which I already do, and it's not very hard to get, are the hot glue gun. So I've got a hot glue gun. I have, I think, the cheapest one on the market, possibly from Michael's. It was like a couple of bucks. It suits me very well, though. It does hot glue. And then I've got the red ribbon, which, as you can see, is used on all of the ornaments. And the red ribbon was incredibly low cost last year for the shrink-a-dink, and I'm just using it on the ornaments going forward. And then, speaking of a video, in the past I did a video where I took my dog's paw print, and I really wish I'd kind of cut it out and made it less rustic when it was fresh before I dried it. But I didn't. So this is what it looks like. And I've had it since that video that I recorded last year. And so this time I just hot glued a string to the back of it, and so now I can go ahead and put it on my tree as an ornament. So this is a crafty made, just a paw print. You could do one for any pet you have. You could do a footprint or a handprint of a small child or baby, you know, for baby's first Christmas. There's a lot you can do with this. I'll go ahead and link that video too if I can, so you can see how you could make these. And yeah, it's just dry paint, hot glue, a string to the back, and you've got your ornament. And then these are from a kit that I got from Michael's. It's their Creatology, and it comes with, I think there was 8 of them. And I've been painting them and using them for, what are they called? Gift tags. They make really handy gift tags, and then also people can repurpose them as their ornaments. So really fun. I used the paint that the kit came with, but I also added some glitter pen. I used the glitter pens from Creatology that I had too, to just sort of zazz them up a little bit. But it's a really easy craft, and yeah, I would advise picking it up. Again, it's at Michael's. It's just this little craft. You can use any of your supplies. I think you could also make these yourselves using, again, this kind of salt dough and using cookie cutters, or maybe the impression cookie cutters even more so. But yeah, this is something you could create on your own, or low cost purchase the kit. Okay. And then other ideas are just sort of found items. I found this little Michael's shopping basket, and I thought I would just add a string to it. It's the right color. It makes a perfect little ornament. This is a miniature, so if you have someone in your household who's into playing miniature games, great little gift for Christmas. My husband is currently very invested in the Gundam card game that came out, and we have friends in the miniature community who gave us I believe this is a Zaku unit miniature, and I built it, and then I just sprayed it with a metallic paint. You could get more detailed and paint it. If you're really into miniatures, you can take your old miniatures that maybe you're not using, anything around the house really. And I didn't even have to put a hole in this one because it already had a perfect option in its design. So I'm going to string that up. And then these are salt and pepper shakers. And I got them for free because I lucked out. My boss was giving away some items. And so yeah, I got these free salt and pepper shakers. I do love the Grinch. I don't need salt and pepper shakers. I don't think I have any fancy salt and pepper shakers or refillable salt and pepper shakers. It's just not part of my kitchen. But I know that people get them, gift them. I have had them in the past, you know, different. I think I have somewhere my dog's dog breed, so I hope to find those again so I can turn them into ornaments. But anyway, so I got these and I was wondering what I would do with them because I don't really need salt shakers for 1 month a year, just for decoration purposes. But I realized they have these holes. So I laced the ribbon through it and brought it out through the end here, tied a knot in it, pulled it back through, plugged the hole. Pretty simple, easy. You could do this, it probably would have been easier with a long needle. I used a crochet hook a small one to just fish it out and then laced it through. Really simple, quick, easy, and that way I can enjoy them a lot better than them just being in my kitchen, to be honest, getting dirty. And then I picked up this pack of glitter poinsettias from the floral section in Michael's. Again, very low cost. They have these twisty ties to them, and the twisty ties can be used to twist around a tree branch, or I could just hot glue a ribbon to the back of them. I haven't figured out exactly which I'm going to do, but I wanted to bring those in as well to show that that's also an option. So yeah, these are just a couple of ideas that I had that I wanted to share with you. Let me know in the comments if you make an annual ornament, what you've done in the past, if you have any of other ideas. These are just what I was able to come up with what I had available and thought, oh, that's perfect. I know I have a lot of little things that could easily be turned into an ornament, so maybe there'll be more in the future. Again, this is Kimbo with Kimbo's Crafts. Thanks for checking in with me. Have a happy holidays if I don't post before the end of the year, and enjoy your crafting. Bye-bye.